I just came across this blocking video that I had taken during the creation of this cool multiplayer medieval arena environment, which was an environment that was needed to help the team prototype the combat system for an internal project. Also reminding everyone that yes, I am available for hire as a level designer in your projects, so be sure to reach out to me if you would like me to jump in and assist you creating awesome levels for your amazing games. This environment need to allow the team to be able to test all kinds of engagement scenarios, from open spaces to narrow spaces to some elevation changes that will allow to test for movement, as well as perhaps the testing of certain ranged capabilities of the characters. So taking it all into consideration, I came up with this arena. Initially, I was told by the production lead that it just needed to be a very simple arena that just allows a couple of players to jump in and fight each other and kill each other, keep it nice and simple. But then listening to the team and their plans and what they want to be able to kind of test in this environment, I decided, you know what, I'm pretty sure I can do something better. So this is what I came up with, and it turned out it was above and beyond the expectations of the leads of the team, and everyone was pleasantly surprised and happy with the outcome. There are side passages that would allow for narrow and close engagements that you could test out how weapons could behave in these kind of narrow environments, and you also have these open main arena space that allows for full combat within an open space. Players can take an elevated position from these staircases on the sides, and it's basically a map that is a mirrored symmetrical map. You'll notice that in the blocking there are different colors to kind of indicate certain elements. The red ones that you see in the environment here indicate these kind of hazardous objects. In this case, it's very obvious these are planks with a bunch of spikes, and I wanted the team to be able to kind of prototype and test mechanisms maybe that are similar to if you played games like For Honor, where you can just stagger your opponent and maybe thrust them into these spikes, and they would either take damage while they're fighting near them and knocking against it, or they would just impale themselves into a final kind of death state. And it would be cool to be able to test such features, so I just set it up as a little bit of extra. And this is what I find cool about like internal prototyping, is that each of the teams will be able to take inspirations in the direction everyone is going in and kind of suggestively place things that would enable the team to take inspiration and perhaps do something even cooler. Overall, I would say that it would improve the project's outcome rather than diminish it. However, of course, we are keeping in mind all the constraints that the leadership has put on us, and make sure we don't just go in our own random independent direction. That is precisely what you shouldn't do, but finding the cool balance is something I learned while working within Kevuru Games. Of course, this actually got to be proper level art complete level, which I'll show in some screenshots, slideshowy elements right now, and it turned out pretty dang cool, not gonna lie. It was a fun project, and I bet perhaps if some of my colleagues are seeing this, it's a nice kind of nostalgia moment. I'll hopefully make more videos such as this in the future. I am currently working on my own indie project called Warfleet Captains. It has a Steam page, and you can wishlist it, which you could, to help me out with the Steam algorithm. But beyond that, I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.